happy to have you with us this evening and want you to enjoy every minute of your stay here. And while you relax and stretch, visit our concession where you'll find something to please you.
Now, when you're going to dial a number, wait for the dial tone. You're all familiar with it. It's the hum you hear in the receiver, like this.
Here he is, the one, the only.
Oh, look at this. Isn't that cute? World's smallest Etch-a-Sketch. I don't know if you kids know what that is, Etch-a-Sketch, but that's what we used to do for entertainment back in the day. Anyway, hey, how are you? Nice to see you again. Yes, I was with Sonic this afternoon at his house. We were talking about the Clowns versus Zombies event and his new team. And it was fantastic. It's 8 o'clock here on the west coast of Los Angeles, California. 8 o'clock, Reaper. Why so late? Well, it's not late for us on the west coast. And that's who I'm going to be talking with a cool cat from the west coast up there in northern part of our state, of our country. Wanted to also say that we've got 2 weeks from now. It's going to be Fold-A-Gap, one of the largest paintball events in the United States. Not around the world. Russia event, the Euro Big Game is pretty big, but this one's big for the United States. It's called the Fold-A-Gap. It's the 15th anniversary. Eric Engler and Mamba are throwing a big party. It's going to be amazing. Hillbilly's been picking me up from the airport. We've got just amazing. Omega, how you doing, brother? We got just an amazing event planned out for us. I'll be going Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and leaving on Monday. So if you can join us, I believe NATO still needs more help. You can still sign up with them. So go sign up with NATO. Warsaw is packed. So you guys are doing good, I hope. The weather is amazing around here in Los Angeles. This weekend's going to be about 70 degrees, so I'm going to be going to Hollywood Sports Park and be playing. Hope you guys go out and enjoy the wonderful weekend that's ahead. Next weekend is Halloween, Sunday. So go out and be a kid again. Bring your kids out and be a kid again. Anyway, tonight we're talking about Magfed. Something close to my heart. Again, I guess you put me in the OG category. I've been playing pistols since 2008, and those are only mags, so Magfed. But anyway, so we're going to be talking with a cool cat, Scott Logan, and we're going to find out what he's got cooking. All right, so let's bring him up. 1 second. Hi, brother. How are you?
Hey, Reap. How's it going?
My day is now complete that I've seen you.
Mine as well.
Nice. Let me see here. Let's do this. I'm just looking at a couple adjustments here. Okay, so you hit me up and you said we've got this thing going on, this tactical games paintball scenario, this whole thing. I said you had me at hello. Let's do a show about this thing. Tell everybody who you are and what you've got going.
Well, I'd like to say hi to everybody. I am Scott Logan. I'm located up here in Portland, Oregon. That's pretty much the center of everything paintball in this community. Pretty much what I do, I'm also the captain of TAP team. You may have seen me down in Southern California. I was one of the generals for Dominion 2, and helped out with that game. We were there from the beginning, from Dominion 1, and then we went to Dominion 2, and then we branched off from there. So I've been involved with Magfed since about 2012, and trying to push that genre of paintball into this community. And it's been a tough trip, but we're making a lot of progress, and we've got a lot of great players that are helping to push it as well. Right now, I am in the process of putting together a new venue, kind of almost like a franchise, but something that everybody can take ownership in. And it's called Tactical Games Paintball. And it's branched off of what was going to be a super game paintball. We were going to do this Magfed game. A lot of people don't know that TAP team was the original team that went to Dan Bonebreak several years ago, about 5 years ago, and we proposed to him of putting a Magfed objective into the game. And he reluctantly, but worked with me on it. We did our first Magfed objective, and he was very impressed with the style of play, number one, and just the way things turned out, that it became a yearly thing. And it's progressed quite a bit. Now it's actually a separate event from the game. It used to be a part of the game. But this year we didn't get a chance to do the Magfed objective with all the pandemic and stuff. Oregon's under pretty tight constraints from the governor. She put a lot on the whole time period around Super Game. So he kept it very simple, kept it very basic, and we ended up having to ditch the Magfed. So the interest came to me and said, hey, that was the whole reason why we were coming to Super Game. So then I talked to Dan and said, hey, Dan, what can we do to make a separate event maybe later on down the line? And we talked, we worked it out. I ended up branching off of the Super Game logo and creating tactical games instead. So we branched from Super Game into tactical games, and now we're trying to become basically a separate entity, but working with Super Game. A lot, huh?
There's a lot, but that's fantastic. I mean, that's amazing. So you're working with Dan at Sniper's Den.
Yeah, we've been working together on the Magfed objectives for quite a long time, for, like I said, about the last 5 or 6 years.
Nice.
And yeah, nobody was doing it, and I was trying to get it, and to watch the growth of Magfed from that period of time. I think when we first did it, we had about 20 guns. Now we're up to 60 to 100 guns on a Magfed field. And for the Pacific Northwest, that's pretty damn strong, because it's tough to get players up here.
Right.
So seeing all these bodies start to come together and really wanting to play, well, the big thing that I've always wanted to do was put a big game out there, and this is our opportunity to do it in November 6th and 7th. We're launching the first major Magfed game for the Pacific Northwest, where I've got Washington coming in, I've got Oregon, and we've got some various people from throughout the United States that are going to be joining us as well. And that's going to be November 6th and 7th.
That's amazing. Hang on a second. Let me do a shout out to Omega. Hi, Omega.
Hey, Omega.
How are you? And Mr. Tuna. How are you, Mr. Tuna?
Hey, that's my general.
There we go. Okay, so let me pop this up here. There we go. Can you see that?
Yep.
And
so this is our website.
Okay, this is your website. And what's the address on the website?
It's you had to ask me that question, didn't you?
Tactical Games Paintball.
Yeah, tacticalgamespaintball.squarespace.com.
Okay. if I just Google Tactical Games Paintball, will I find you?
You should be able to find me. Yeah.
Okay, cool. Let me just do this, and let me pop this up here. Okay, cool. All right. So let me see if I can. That's good, and he's good. Let me just pop over here like that. Okay, cool. All right. Let me go back here, and okay. Let's talk a little history about Magfed. As I said at the beginning of the show, I guess I'm considering myself OG Magfed because I've been playing since 2008, before Magfed was even something. I mean, before they even were calling it. What's that?
I remember watching you.
Yeah, thanks. But it was just I mean, I didn't even consider it Magfed. I just considered it pistols and an easy way to play. And then I guess around 2013, maybe 14, I don't know. Things started to consolidate. Kusha got together. Kusha started making his thing. The East Coast started doing their thing, and this thing started happening. This Magfed thing started happening, and then in doing so, it had a great effect on people that were all of the same mindset of maybe limited ammo, tactical kind of play. They didn't want to be overshot by speedball guns. And they said, let's do this. And I mean, we started getting Dominion. We started getting Magfed only games at Hollywood Sports. We started, Snake Eater, Endgame. There was like all of these things. You started like bam, 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 bam.
Yeah.
And then I think COVID hit or something, and then whatever, or maybe it went its course, and I'm not hearing about anything. And so for you to do something like this, I'm really happy to hear it.
Yeah, it's been tough. I'm with you on that. You know, we started looking at doing Magfed in 2012. That's when Rap 4 released their first 468 line, and that was huge. I mean, everybody wanted that gun because it was I'm dating myself here. It was the M16 of the paintball community, and everybody wanted a piece of that. And so we started to see this slow growth towards moving in that direction. I purchased first generation 468. I won't say how I felt about it at that time, but first generations are never good. So, but the Tip-X was right there. I mean, you were using it, I was using it. And so we still have that ability to play with pistols. Right. Of course, pistols against the speedballers, in which we were playing the majority of, can be a little challenging at times. Correct. But it's a lot of fun if you're aggressive.
Yeah, right. Well, also, you know what? My first pistols for the first year were Tiberius pistols, the 8.0 and then 8.1s. And to be honest with you, I almost stopped playing because of those.
Yeah.
How do I say this? Politically correct. Okay. No, I'm not politically correct. I don't speak with a filter, but basically the first pistols I had were 8.0 Tiberius, and when they worked well. Right. But when they didn't work, the O-rings, I remember one time, I was doing my own work. There was nobody actually on the West Coast that could work on them. And I actually took a course. We had a paintball extravaganza came to Los Angeles one time. And usually it's East Coast. And Tiberius Scott, what was his name? I'm thinking, forgot what his name was. And Eric, I think it was Eric. So Eric taught a class how to maintain a pistol. I was the only one in the class. So I got my certificate that I was now qualified to. And I was like, well, fine. But I would go to Big Five and I would have to buy like, 25 12-gram cartridges to work on one gun to get it, the O-ring. And I said, fuck this. I just couldn't like, and it was getting really, really frustrating to the point where I would go play, and all of a sudden with the Tiberius, sometimes when the an O-ring would go bad, you would fire it and it'd go like that. And so I said, so I almost got out of pistols. I said, this just sucks until what's it called? Until Tippmann came around, and then Tippmann said, hey, we can sponsor you and stuff. That was 2009, I believe. And so they actually saved me because I was about to say, fuck all this. And, but today we are in such a situation where, like you said, we're not really first adapters anymore. We're like, pretty much a lot of the kinks have been worked out to the point, if you buy a TMC, you're pretty much going to have a good day. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So back in the day, you and I were the guinea pigs, and we were like, and some of us just gave up.
Yeah. Yeah. My first Magfed was a Splatmaster green plastic gun that fed a tube. That was my first Magfed, if you would. That was back in 1987.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's come a long way. The guns have come a long way. You were talking about the Tiberius 8. I'd actually bought the Tiberius 9. I don't know if you remember that. It's when they turned it into a rifle.
Exactly. I have one of those.
Yeah. And that thing kept falling apart on me on the field, literally falling apart. And so I ended up selling it, and then I went to the Tipp-Ex and started playing with that. And I just waited for that 468 to come out and was like, okay, I watched him run over it with the Jeep and do all this stuff to promote the gun. And I was like, okay, this is going to be the gun. And then I remember the first super game we played, we did the first Magfed objective. I brought the 468 with me, and I carried it while I shot with the Tipp-Ex. That's how bad that 468 is. And I ended up giving it to, there was a crew that was running out of Washington. It was ODWA, and they were a part of Kush's group, but they were the Washington side of the house.
Right.
And they specialized in the 468, and I cannot tell you how many Magfed games we had throughout the Pacific Northwest with them, where half their team spent a lot of time fixing their guns. So it's been brutal, but every Tippmann that has come out has been pretty damn good. I mean, I even had the
TCR.
TCR, yes. I had the TCR that I used for the long. Matter of fact, if you look at the picture that's on the webpage there, me peeking around the corner with the TCR.
Yeah, that's still a great gun.
It is. It really is.
And what's really cool also is that when you take the TPX and all the stuff you can do to it, like all the casings and like house, I mean, so that's all we wanted. We just wanted to be able to go out there and play. Right. And if you've got the shot, or if you're about to like corner someone, and all of a sudden your gun looks like a kid's toy, you're like, forget about it. Yeah. Anyway, let me see who we got here. Hang on a second. What do we got? Oh, look at this. Nice to finally match your face with the name, Scott. Nice to see you. That's cool.
Nice to see you.
Tuna, we've got.
Let me talk to you a little bit about Tuna. Tuna is my Red General. He's going to be the General for Genesis, and he's bringing a bunch of Washington players down. It's almost going to be a Washington versus Oregon game.
That's cool.
It's going to be a lot of fun. So I've got Michael Castine from OK Company, who's going to be who's my Blue General. Tuna, I brought Tuna in because Tuna has a passion for the game just like us. And
I remember, yeah.
He's a great guy to work with. I've seen him on the field. I see his posts, and I knew that he was the right guy to bring into because he had the right motivation and he had everything that I wanted. Plus, I needed just people to come follow him. So,
well, you know what?
I'm motive behind picking both of them, but I knew that they had a great following because they're great.
Listen, put a pin in that. About the enthusiasm and the general. 1 second. I'm going to get right back with that. Okay, hold on a second. Let me just do Donnie. What's up, Donnie? How you doing, man? Super game legend in the house. Nice. Eder, Adder's got a pistol shotgun event coming up at the end at December. I think I'll be heading out to that one. In Mr. Reaper married two people. I did. I actually married two people at D2. I remember it was. I remember exactly. I don't think they're married anymore, but I remember marrying them. That was nice. I don't know if that's legal. Go Magfed. I love running dual pit. Right, all the way from Oklahoma. Super Game sounds like yes, it is. Come out and go check it out. Okay, Donnie McFarlane. I love my dual TAC 8s. Wow, I ran TAC 8 for years, which look nice. And okay, so hey, what's up, OD? My cousin. Okay, so here's the deal. What you said is very important to me. Let me see. Okay, so 2014 is when, I mean, I've been playing since 2008. 2014 is kind of when things started, like, I don't know, before we really had social media, but things were going viral for me and whatever. And I didn't sign up to become a celebrity. It wasn't like, you know, hey, I have 2 pistols, I'm gonna become a celebrity. It wasn't that. Things just happened. I just rode the wave and we are where we are. But basically what happened was in 2015, they sent me to France as a general for this event. And I'm looking around and I'm like, what does a general do? Because I don't know what a general does. I mean, they just want to put me on the poster. And I said, okay, if that's what you need me to do is sell tickets and tell people where to go. I don't parlez-vous français, but whatever. So then I came back to the States. And then a month later, I was at an event in Michigan. It was called, I think, GI Sports or something, whatever. It was something, Titman's something. And there was a guy there, his name is Narf, and he's like a general, right? That's what he does. And they put me and Wolf as generals. And when I got there, I said, well, I don't know what to do. And Narf came up to me and he goes, hey, you know, I was supposed to be general, but then they knocked me out and they put you as general. And I said, dude, I don't want to be general. I don't even like this stuff. I just want to go shoot people. That's all I want to do. I said, you're the general. You be general. I said, if they're putting me on the posters to sell picture or, you know, bring more people in, I'm in. Yeah. But as far as, you know, you being a general, this is what you want to do. These people that really take this scenario, all this kind of stuff serious. I mean, they've been players, they've been XOs, they've been and that's a prestige position to be in, to really make someone a general. When you take a celebrity and you just throw them in there and say, oh, you know, we're going to general, and the guy, the celebrity doesn't care, or he or she's in the back, or you think that they're going to sell more tickets because of this. No, what you just said, you're putting Tuna as a general because everybody loves this guy. He has a following, and he's the hometown hero, and he's going to do the job.
Absolutely.
And I started from 2015 on being the anti-hero of generals. And I said, you shouldn't make this person, just put real generals, bring me in, bring whoever in, you know, we'll hang out, we'll do whatever we do. We'll, you know, we'll be the clowns, whatever you need us to be. Right. But really make this a game, where players are going to go, I like that general, I'm going to follow him, versus one other person putting their camera down in front of them and then shooting like, look, I'm under fire. And no, the players see right through that stuff. You know what I'm saying? So,
yeah, no, I think that is important. You know, I invited 2 celebrities because I wanted 2 tactical celebrities to be able to be a part of it, but not to be the general.
Okay.
I invited Chris Costa, who's a very famous tactical operator. He trains all over the world as well. And he actually called me after I invited him and said, you know, my schedule's booked up, I can't do it. And I also invited Matt Best. Everybody knows Matt Best. He's an ex-Ranger. He wrote a couple of books. He's hilarious. He creates some of the best videos. But he's a big player, ex-Ranger. So being a veteran, I wanted to bring some veterans back in. Chris Costa's prior service Coast Guard. That's what I am. So I wanted to see, it would have been great to play with him. But the generals had to be real, because I needed real people in place, because that's the people that actually do the leading. And it becomes more fun when it's about the people within the community. I think it's great to have the celebrities. I invited you as well. And I'd love to have the celebrities there, but not as generals, because I want the generals to be the people that work with the people that they know.
100%.
That's the ones that can control it.
100%. It had always been, when I jumped into the thing, this whole spotlight thing, but it always been that way, where they'd always just have celebrity generals. And I would ask the promoters or the park owners, I said, are you maybe even going online to see if people even want to have these people as generals? Or, read what the forums say about this, this or this player. Right. Or I'm saying, if you're paying for this person to come out and they're not really being generals, they're just kind of like, whatever. I said, reinvest that money, buy more prizes for the players, or you do something. So I think a lot of the parks have started to realize that, and they started, drawing from their own pool of, hometown guys. Jason, he was with me last year for a mini fold that we did, because Folda was about to fold. And what happened was Pete, Paintball Pete, he asked me, he goes, if we have you come out as a general, can we, still make this happen? And I said, listen, everybody knows I don't like being general, but if Jason, who the other Reaper, if he wants to be general and I'm going to be general, let me bring in a real guy who can really do it. And we're all in on the joke. We're all in on the joke that I'm not the general, but my other my guy is actually the general. And we're all in on it. Now, Jason, on the other hand, the other general, he was really in on it, but we all knew. So there wasn't any, people yelling at me online of like, who the fuck do you think you are? Everybody was in on it. And I said, okay, listen. And Steve Solo, he had never really been in this position before, and he brought out his maps and topography and radios, and I said, that's the guy. Let me go shoot people. Let me go motivate people, right? That's who you need to make general. And so I just tell everybody now, whoever listens to me, make people general who really appreciate it, not because they have boobs, not because they like, they're YouTube famous, or that's bullshit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. So. No, I agree. I think putting the key people into the sponsors, that's what makes the game, and it's tough, because right now, like we were talking about earlier, there's not a lot of people that are getting out there and playing. Right. I've talked to a couple of field owners in the area. I've done 3 games over the last 3 months, and I'm getting minimal involvement in players. There's just not a lot of people out there. We're really pushing the boundaries with this game and trying to make it the big game. And I got to tell you, it's my generals that actually got me back up on my feet and said, okay, we're going to do this, and we're going to make this the best damn game.
Wow. Okay.
Because what they did was I told them, I said, hey, look, the numbers are low. I don't know if we're going to get the involvement that we want, and try to get, and they're saying, no, we're doing this. We're going to make it happen. If there's 15 people out there, we're playing Genesis. I said, then we're doing that. And that's where we're at. This game is going to be raw, because we're not going to have all the glitz and the glamour like Super Game does, because we're starting at the very bottom. Most of the funding from all of this has come from me. And I'm getting people registered and getting things going to help to compensate, to try to bring this game together a lot, because there's a lot of logistics involved in getting these silly games started.
Yeah.
And trying to put something together and hoping that you get the numbers, that's the challenge. And that's going to be the challenge for this game. But if we have 15, we've accomplished our goal. And I know that we're going to at least look at about 50 to 75 people is kind of what we're looking at getting for this game. And you know what? That's fine with me, and that's fine with my generals.
Well, that's a great attitude. That's a perfect attitude. Okay, let's look at this. Is your event on this one, or these are 11? This is Genesis.
Those are events that have happened in the past. If you go to I'm trying to let me see here. I'm going to go to mine here.
This one's September, and this one's November. The Genesis event. What is this one? Genesis event scheduled.
Yeah, that's the. You can probably go to that one and see. Yeah, you should be able to see it in there.
Okay, we have scheduled our first tactical Magfed event for November the 6th, right? Is that correct?
Yeah, November the 6th and the 7th is the day, and there is going to be camping. We're going to be opening up the field on Friday, so everybody can come out and set up tents and get ready and get set up. I've already talked with the field owners, and we're ready to go. So should be a good time. I'm looking forward to the camping time and just talking with guys and getting their ideas and getting feedback so that we can make next year's game even better.
Okay, let me do something caught my eye. This thing here, was it this one or this one? Okay, how did this one turn out?
Now I wasn't at that one. I think Tuna was there for that one. I'm not sure, but that was a pistol challenge that they did up in Washington at a paintball field called KC Crusaders. Now this is another field where they dedicated, I think it's the first Sunday of every month, and those guys will confirm with me if I'm right on that. Omega and Tuna should be able to confirm with that. But they do a dedicated Magfed day every month where they bring out Magfed. And there's been one poor guy out there a lot of times standing by himself with a Magfed gun playing against walk-ons.
Wow.
But he's dedicated. He's dedicated. And I love the guy to death.
Look at this. Look at this. Pistol paint and air provided. How can you go wrong, you guys? That's like, just show up.
Yeah.
That's single elimination. That's fantastic. $20 per entry. This is amazing. I love these pistol challenges. This is amazing. I don't understand the video cameras. No video cameras. Is that on the sidelines or a GoPro on your head?
You know, that I don't know. I'm not familiar with the reasoning on this game. I had no involvement in this game, unfortunately, so I don't know a lot about it.
Player cannot throw a pistol. He can't.
I've seen that done a couple of times.
Don't get upset. Don't throw your pistol at the guy. Anyway, let me see. What is it? Oh, look at this. Two of my favorite. Wow, look at that. Hey, Jeff. Thank you, Jeff. You're amazing.
Jeff, you used to be on my team.
Scott, every big game that goes on, we all start just a few players on the field, all start small. Yeah. Omega is super cool. This guy is, he's a big ambassador for our sport. And he's just amazing what he does.
We've had some good conversations.
Okay. So here's the deal. We've got it coming up on the what?
November 6th and 7th.
November 6th and 7th. Okay. It's going to be at Sniper's Den?
Yeah, which is in St. Paul, Oregon. Basically, it's the same place where Super Game is played at.
Okay, did I just look at the address here? Hang on a second. Let me go back here.
The event's locate is actually
was it the same place as? No, this is not the same.
Let me see if I can bring it.
Let me just do this. I just saw it. I just saw the address someplace. Read more. Okay. Well, I remember.
There's a video at the bottom if you want to play it.
Oh, all the way to the bottom?
Yeah, towards the bottom of that page. If you want to play it, there's a video there.
I don't see a video.
Go to the home page.
What am I missing? I'm gonna go back here.
Go to the there you go, and then scroll down. Right there.
Now, is this the video for your event, right?
That is the video for the event.
Okay.
Shots fired. Officer down. I repeat, officer down. Be advised, convoy is controlling the pursuit.
We will be doing a 6-man tactical competition on this as well.
I like it. I like it. I like it. Hang on a second. Let me go back here and here. Okay. What it said registration opens in August, which is you have like a pre-reg ending
Yep.
or
Yeah, if you go to the website there at tacticalgames.squarespace.com, you will go to the store and you can register for the event. You can also buy FSRs and 50 cal 43. We're allowing all the pistols to be played in this event as well.
nice. That's so great.
So we're opening it up to pretty much everything. If you're looking for rules, the rules are on there as well on what we will be allowed. And that's through talking to a lot of people to make sure that we're getting the right rules for the game. I mean, there's not going to be any speedball game or guns with tubes sticking out of them. I mean, these are Magfed dedicated guns. This is what the community's been wanting, and that's what I want to give them.
Okay, dude. Spike is having a problem with his name. Do you just do Donnie Spike McFarlane, right? Then everybody knows like David Reaper Justin, right? Everybody, everybody he thinks no one knows who Donnie is. We all know who you are, Donnie.
We know you, Donnie.
We know who you are. Okay, so what's the prices?
We're looking at $65 for registration for the game. That's going to get you both into the 2 days of playing and then also the 6-man competition. Now, I'll say just a little bit about the 6-man competition. What we're looking at doing there, now it's going to depend on numbers. If we've got the numbers and we can do a 6-man competition, we're going to do basically 2 to 3 pistols, a couple of rifles, and we're even going to have a sniper's nest. So nice. I'm going to have it set up to where you've got a guide gun on you as you're going in and as you're sweeping and you're doing the things. What I like about Sniper's Den is it's got the separate buildings and stuff, and they've done so much to this field that we can integrate a lot of this stuff into it. So that's going to be the goal, is to try to make that happen. Now, again, it's going to depend on numbers. It could come down to where it's a 6 to 3-man competition. Again, numbers is what's going to vary.
Right.
But we're going to be doing something tactical like that. Now, there's not going to be a lot of prizes and a lot of this, other than just a lot of being able to go home and say, I kicked that team's ass. That's going to be your reward for the most part. I'm going to try to get some things out there for us, but it's all going to depend on funding. It's going to depend on pre-registration, right, if we can get the funds in there. Because right now, like I said, most of the majority of all of this is coming out of my pocket to try to get this game going and rolling. I know I'll get the comeback or the payback on it on the registration, but I don't care about that. What I care about is I want to give these guys an experience. I want to get it out there. Tactical Games is going to be something that's going to be sticking around for quite a long time, because it's a venue that I want to market just like Super Game. I want to put it into Super Game, and I'm working with Dan on being the host for the Magfed. We're talking about that. Don't know if that's going to happen yet. And then what I want to do is plant tactical game events all throughout the United States.
Okay.
That's the goal. That's the long-term goal. That's a huge dream, but it's something that I'm looking forward to trying to achieve.
Look at this. Look at Omega says. Oh wait, well, actually, Donnie says, how much of the field are we using?
All of it.
That's a big area. It's
going to be a big area, yeah. But I'm going to give everybody the full run of the field. We can take a look at it. I'm going out there tomorrow to talk with the field owner, and I'm going to go through the entire field and map it out and figure out what's going to be the best ways to set it all up. But right now, as of right now, we're looking to use the whole field.
Got it. I like it. As it gets bigger, there'll be certain bragging rights to be able to say I was the first. Yeah, nice. That's right. Donnie says, how will that work if we only have a few players? Donnie, that means that you guys are going to spend all day trying to find each other.
That's going to make the game go for 2 days.
Exactly.
It's a camping on the field. That's why.
Exactly. So yeah, hopefully there'll be large. Yes, obviously, hopefully there'll be large numbers, but you got to start somewhere. So that's right. It. Yeah,
and that's the whole purpose of talking here tonight. We're putting the word out. We're doing social media. I'm promoting it on Facebook. I'm promoting it other places. we're putting the word out, but it's really going to come down to individual players and individual teams,
Right.
bringing their people into this and wanting to be a part of this community and making it work. We can do it, but we got to get them off the couches.
I agree. Omega says he'll bring his ghillie suit. Good luck finding him. Yeah, he's into the first strikes. This guy. Nice. He's got a nice set. I think he's got a SAR. I think I remember him having a SAR. Yeah, he's got a SAR, right? Okay. As a promoter, you have to deal with this stupid question: what is Magfed? So, can you have a die dam with an upside down hopper?
Oh, you're talking about with the box mags?
Well, I call it upside down hopper.
Yeah, we are allowing the box mags to be a part of it. We talked about how we were going to load those box mags. Obviously, you come in with one box mag. That's it. That's all you got. And then
for what? What does that mean? For like?
In other words,
you get shot.
Like I use the MCS mag box that they've got, and it holds 150 rounds in it.
Okay.
So when you come to the field, when you come into the field, you load that one box mag up. That's it. That's all you got.
Well, hang
You're
on
not
a second.
are
you talking about? This is not single elimination. This is respawn, right?
Right. Yeah, it's going to be a respawn event for the only time where it's going to be the elimination is going to be in the 6-man competition.
Okay, so then if it's respawn, I've got a box mag. You shoot me out. I can go back out, reload it, and come back in?
Yes.
Okay, that's fine. Then it's still cheating. I'm sorry. Did I say that out loud? I guess I'm old school, and I just like, what I'm saying? I just, I'm not a box mag guy.
I'm with you on it. Although I carried the saw in the military, so I'm used to having that box mag.
This is not the military. Everybody keeps on. That's their thing. Yes, it's not the military. It's like you've got one guy that it's supposed to be mono on mono at least, like maybe limited mags, whatever. Anyway, I'm not gonna. Don't get me started with that. Donnie says. You said all pistols, so only paintball pistols, or can we use 45 caliber powder balls?
The 43 caliber, yes.
Well, he said 45 caliber. Is there a 45 caliber, or did he mistype?
I think there's a 45. I think there's a 43. If you're talking about like the, well, now they've got the Glock that's coming out.
Right.
They've also got the Euromarks pistols are 43 caliber.
No, he said no. He said he mistyped. Okay, so wait, but he's saying the powder balls. Wait, is this a bring your own paint?
No. It's we're going to be selling event paint on this one. Yeah.
Okay, so
but you can bring 43 because we're selling 43 caliber and we're also selling 50 caliber.
Okay, good. You know what? More parks need to do that because I have to bring my own paint for my. What we usually do is it's a what's it called, a field paint only event. But what we'll usually do is like I'll have a 43 caliber with my from MCS, and then maybe I'll have pink paint. I don't know what the color is, but I'm the only one in the whole game that has pink paint. So if someone gets shot by that pink paint, they get an extra prize. So it's that way. It's kind of give me the ability to carry that gun because nobody carries 43 caliber paint.
Well, here's the great thing, and this is my chance to kind of promo my vendor. So I'm working with Extreme Velocity out of Salem, Oregon. Extreme Velocity owns War Paint, which is an indoor paintball arena in Salem that Dan Bonebreak used to own. And they bought it from Dan. They also own the Phantom line of pump guns. So they run that as well. But Extreme Velocity Tactical is my vendor for this, and they're going to provide us with the 68s, the 50s, and the 43s, and the FSRs. Now, there was a lot of iffy stuff with the FSR because we didn't know how the production was going to go with the FSR.
Obviously.
It's been up and down. And that's a lot of the reasons why I shifted this game to November, because it's kind of a downtime for paintball. It's not a popular time of play.
Right.
So we're going to allow the FSRs to flow in. And from what I'm being told from Extreme Velocity, we're going to have plenty of FSR to play with.
Okay. Listen, when The 43 caliber pistol kind of first came out. Spider made them, and I was I had my Woods Ball Tournament League, and Kingman, the Kingman. There we go. He just said it. They were the chasers and the erasers.
I remember
and
those.
They had 43 caliber, and so Tom Cole from what was it, NPPL back then, or NXL or whatever. He was working for Spider, so he invited me over and he gave me 6 of each. And they gave me like bags of this paint, right? I'm like, this is bitchin'. This is great. I'm going to go take it out. It was like shooting, what's that bait? What, you know, when you go fishing and back in the day and they used to like salmon eggs or something like that.
Yeah.
It was like shooting salmon eggs. Nothing. And I'm like, what the fuck? So I realized that the Kingman or the Spider paint was really sucky. And I stayed away from it until KT, they came out with their line of things. And I said, dude, tell me about this paint. He says, no, here's a bag, go try it. And it was amazing. So I'm asking you the same question. We all know there's GI, there's HK, there's all these different kind of 68 caliber. They've kind of got it down to a science. Have they got the 43 down to a science? So when you're selling this stuff,
yeah, it's still pretty generic on the 43. What I'm excited about is what they've done with the 50 cal, because the 50 cal graffiti is now making an excellent round.
Ooh,
50 cal.
That's pretty cool.
It's a hard shell. I shoot a T4 revolver, and I've gone against just my revolver against several different rifles and have won several games by myself just with the revolver. And it's because of the accuracy of these graffitis. The graffitis are hard rounds.
Right.
And,
that's what we need.
And they fit into each one of the chambers nice and tight.
Nice. That's amazing.
A lot of some of the 50 cals are coming real oily and they're not quite the size and they're slipping out. Right. You got to really watch them. But the graffiti rounds, which we're selling, they are perfect for the 50 cal. But the 43, going back to the 43 rig, it's a pretty generic round. I don't know exactly who all is making it, to be honest with you, but you can buy them in bulk bags, and they pretty much all shoot. My roommate's got the Walther 43 cal, which I used to have until somebody thought they needed it more than I did. And I tell you, I use it for home defense because not only, I mean, we've come a long way with these paintball guns because now with 43, 50 cal, and 68, you can shoot pepper balls.
Yeah. Well, you can in Oregon.
Yeah.
In California, we can't. But you're right. But those guns are also beautiful too. I mean, I've got the PPQ, and you cannot tell the difference between that and no. They're just gorgeous. They're gorgeous guns. And I love my PPQ. I've taken it all over the world with me, and I brought my own paint with me, and it's amazing. And I've never had any problem with the paint. But again, I know if I just buy it from KT, I'm not going to have any problem. So I haven't gone out of KT's realm to buy paint. And that's why I'm asking you, if you've already used the paint and know it's good, then it's going to be fantastic. Yeah. I think 43 is a very stable round, both powder and paint. We're going to be shooting the paint version of it, not the powder version. So it is available on the website as well for the event paint. Nice. Omega's got a question here. Maybe an explanation between the difference of a 6-man tournament and open play where there's objective. Right. So we're basically going to have 2 forms of play for Genesis. Originally, it's going to start off with the open play, which is going to consist of different types of objectives. We're going to have HVTs, high-value targets that are going to be assigned that people are going to have to look for and try to take out for extra points. We're going to have one objective, and I'm taking some from different games that I played on. The one that I love the most, and only reason why is because we were the assigned team during Dominion to do this one task, and it was to transfer nuclear material from A to B and try to pump it out, put it into a small thing, and then take it over to the place. It was like green or something, or they had colored it at Dominion. Yeah.
I broke the damn pump, and I forgot how we were getting the water, but it was crazy. But trying to get somebody to pump that, because it's kind of out in the open, you're
Right.
exposed. So you've got to set up a perimeter to protect
Nice.
the person that's extracting.
Right.
So it's very challenging, but it's gonna boom big points.
Nice.
And then we're gonna have a couple of other objectives that I'm not gonna discuss
Okay.
because they're gonna be surprises. And it's gonna be tactical based, and you're gonna have to work as teams. You're gonna have to work together. Communication is always the key to a successful game. All those that are working radios and stuff like that. I mean, this is the time to be doing it. This is the time to be calling out who's where and what's who.
Nice.
Those are the things that's going to help you to win this game. But that's the level that I want to take this game. I want to take it beyond woods ball and put it into a more tactical format.
Dude, amazing. What do we have here? Genesis. What is this one here? Genesis game in June or July would definitely increase the numbers by bringing fair weather players. That's next year though, yeah. And
well, here's the deal on that. There's a couple things I have to consider on doing this. Number one, I'm wanting to work with Dan. Now, everybody knows Super Game is typically right at the very beginning of May.
right.
And people save up and they put everything they have into going to Super Game. Donnie knows exactly what I'm talking about. Donnie's been going for years and years. He's, like I said, he is a Super Game hero, a legend. So putting it so close to Super Game like that it just makes it a lot more difficult.
Yeah, that doesn't make any sense.
Yeah, it's like boom boom on a game.
Right.
And if I'm trying to do a big game too, then it begins to who prioritizes, and I don't want to take away from Super Game.
Right. It's, you know what, I'm always telling player, whoever the park, whatever, like when they were, there used to be a time where everybody, like all the promoters sat down and they said, you've got this period, blah, blah, blah. And then they just started like stepping on each other's feet. And then it was like just a big mess. It still is kind of a big mess.
Yeah.
But I keep on telling them that players, these basically are doesn't matter, Magfed, just our paintball players are salt of the earth, 9 to 5. They save up their money to go to these events. They want a great event. They just, this is their community, their whatever. And
Right.
when you start bumping up events next to each other, on top of each other, making people decide, and just, it sucks. And it's not good. So what you just said is correct. You've got to figure out, like, Super Game is the big gorilla. You're not going to and you don't want people to have to make a decision, and it doesn't make any sense. So,
yeah. And the way I look at Super Game too is it's, we're already in Super Game. We've got the Magfed objective in there. I'm happy to see that it's actually transferred over to the other Super Games as well. They're doing the Magfed objectives there now too, which just gives me so much pride in knowing that's happening now.
Right.
It's a big step into getting everybody ready for the big game. And then one thing I can guarantee in November, you're not going to die of heat stroke. So you might get a little wet, but you're not going to overheat on the game. It's a good time to play, and there's a lot of feedback. I mean, it's too close to holidays. It's this, it's that. There's always excuses, but play the game out there on the battlefield.
November is a good time to get hot chocolate and voodoo donuts.
There you go.
Right. So I'm in. Okay, that sounds cool. All right, let's go back here and show everybody this again, you guys. So again, you guys, you can go to. I need to do the rolling over here.
We're on Facebook too.
What's that?
We're on Facebook too.
Instagram and Facebook, or just Facebook?
Not Instagram. We're on Facebook. Tactical Games has got a Facebook page with the event information and registration information. So, and we're constantly updating that. And then on the group, the Pacific Northwest Magfed community page, we're always posting on that as well. And we're trying to get everywhere that anything that says Magfed, we're attaching Tactical Games Genesis to it. Nice. You're not gouging prices here. This is fantastic. No, that was the key. I mean, that's probably been my biggest passion is trying to keep this affordable because, I mean, let's face it, people play Magfed because it's a lot cheaper.
Right, of course.
So that's the whole goal, is to try to keep it cheap. You know, I'm not even taking any kind of an up on the paintballs. I'm letting Extreme Velocity sell it at the lowest cost that they can possibly sell it at.
My God, man. My God, man. I don't know how you guys are going to stay in business, but whatever. God bless you. This is like
And you will.
antique prices, but dude, this is amazing. Congratulations on that. Yeah. Okay. So I'm at the store and I can also register to go online or to register for this thing here.
Yeah. If you see the logo there, you just click there and you choose what you want to do. I gotta put my glasses on here because I'm blind as a bat. So you can participate in the 6-man tactical or you cannot. I mean, it gives you the option. You can select camping if you want. I am charging $5 for everybody to camp, only because I've got to keep somebody up 24 hours to make sure that we're watching it. And then once you go in to sign, you can put your name, what team you're assigned to, and then what side you want to play for.
Nice.
And I credit my son because my son did a lot of the legwork on putting this portion of the website together, and I want to thank him for helping me do that as well.
Very cool. I like it. Okay. Here we go back here. Okay, cool. All right. So again, excuse me. What's the date of this?
November 6th and 7th.
And
Saturday
can they go? That's a Saturday and Sunday?
It is a Saturday and a Sunday.
And you can camp at Sniper's Den for $5.
For $5 all weekend.
But it's not. There's no facilities.
No, there'll be porta potties there.
Okay, good. Okay, cool. That's fantastic. Donnie says, put me in whatever you need me, coach. Nice. Very cool. All right. And then Tuna says that voodoo is overrated. All right. That's
Except
okay.
For that, the chocolate, the chocolate one. Oh, that's a good one. Sorry.
Hi, Ivan. How you doing? Jake Logan.
Hey,
Squash-
Jake, how's it going?
Yeah. All right. We'll be there. Hey, let me ask you a question.
Okay.
Bigfoot, yes or no?
All right.
Does he exist?
Who?
Bigfoot.
You know, I've actually seen 3 videos within the last month of Bigfoot.
Okay. So, do they have like a special breeding program that we don't know about, like the Loch Ness monster, and everybody? They just keep on like, I mean,
he might be a part of the game. I don't know.
Okay, all right. Maybe he'll come in. Maybe he'll come and play. Ivan says yes on Bigfoot. Donnie says no on Bigfoot. All right. Whatever. I don't know. Listen, you and I are about the same age, I guess, right? How old are you?
I'm 55.
Oh shit, I'm older than you. Oh man. Whoops, sorry.
You're not supposed to say that.
I'm
Qualify for the senior citizens discount.
I'm Denny's, right? I can do the Denny's thing pretty soon. And then no, the reason I'm saying that is you're 5 years younger than me, but basically when we grew up, before there was the internet and all this other kind of stuff, there was the National Enquirer, and you'd be at the supermarket, and there would always be, Bigfoot, Bat Boy, all these kind of, and that was your in on like the Bermuda Triangle. That it must exist because there's a magazine that says it does.
Yes.
And then all of a sudden there was the Peterson film of, and then that was supposedly disproven. But back in the day, before we had like mass media, we believed in that kind of stuff because they were feeding it to us.
Right.
And we grew up believing it. But then as you get older, I don't know. I mean, there could be Bigfoot. I know some people that live in Oregon and Northern California, and then they say, I've seen it, definitely, whatever. Okay, cool. That's fine. So I don't know. I just thought I'd ask you.
That they're an older couple. They're in their 70s. They devoted their entire life to finding Bigfoot, and they had all this phenomenal evidence that they had, recordings and pictures and stuff that they had gathered over the years. It was pretty interesting to sit down and talk with them.
Exactly. Listen, Omega, this is correct. Every time I see Omega's team, Squash God, I'm always asking the same question. What about Bigfoot? Never mind. Anyway, that's true. I always ask that. Listen, I love that kind of stuff. I perhaps it's true. I don't know. Aliens, whatever, whatever happens. Flat Earth. If you're into it, good for you. Whatever. I don't care. Anyway, but we're all good. That's what keeps me young. Okay, so we've got it coming up. We've got the pre-registration. You're not gouging people on the prices. You guys, you should just go there to buy paint and leave. I mean, look how cheap that paint is. Jesus Christ. Exactly. Stock up on paint. Go there and just stock up on paint. Anyway, it's amazing. And you've got a trusted guy here that's actually, doing an amazing job for you guys. There you go. He's got, there we go. We've got Tuna. We've got Tuna. Who's the other general?
Michael Castine from OK Company.
Got it. So we got these two cool cats, and yeah, this can be great. Tag me in whatever you want. You know what I'm saying? So just keep on tagging me and stuff, and I'll keep on helping you promote this thing. I'm in. You guys know that. So whatever, but let's do it. Okay. So what was November, October? What do you have? Like 3 weeks left?
We've got 2 weekends. We got this weekend and then Halloween weekend, and then we're on the next weekend after that. So yeah, 3 weekends from now.
3 weekends now. Three weekends from now, I'm going to be in North Carolina, and you're going to be in Sniper's Den.
We are.
Yeah, we're both gonna have an amazing time. But get people to do live feeds. You get the word out there, and like as this happens, and then let people know what they missed out on. That's what always brings people in for the third or fourth time. Is they go, well, I missed that, so and so. So, yeah.
That's what we're gonna do. We're gonna really beef it up. I've got players that are beefing it up. I mean, the support that I've got on this has been really, really good. I'm really happy with the people that are involved with it. Omega, Tuna, Donnie's even promoting it. There's so many people that are actually out there involved that are promoting it. Jake Logan was his Sasquatch team. They're promoting it. Great group of guys. I played with them up in Washington a couple of months ago and had a great time with them. And that's what I'm going to be doing every month. I'm going to be going to a different field and promoting it under the Tactical Games logo. And we're going to just start bringing that Magfed community together, get people out that damn couch.
I'm hoping that you are going to be responsible for bringing in Magfed again. I mean, it goes through, everything goes through its cycle. And there was a cycle where it was the king. And everybody was like, this Magfed, and then again, just whatever happens to it. But we need to have that, whether it's you guys starting up again or Kusha doing Dominion or whatever else. People players want to play.
That's the wonderful thing about this community. It's not one person. It really is the community that's coming together and pulling together and making this work.
Right.
The only thing that I'm doing is just pointing at people in the direction.
Nice.
But it takes this community, and I tell you, this is one of the finest paintball communities I've ever been in. They're honorable players. They call their shots. I'm so impressed with the people that I played with over the years up here in the Pacific Northwest. It's a great bunch of guys and girls.
Very cool, brother, man. Okay, you guys, again, it's Tactical Games Paintball. Go check it out there on Facebook. Google it. And support these guys. This is something that we need. So get off the couch. Stop saying things like, I don't know. If somebody's going to go out of their way, like Scott, to actually make this thing happen, and you guys are like, I don't know, I don't like the paint, I don't like this, maybe you need to stay home, right? We need people who want to help us grow this thing. So it doesn't matter. Someone's going out of their way to do this. Help the guy out. Help a brother out, right? So that's what I'm trying to do tonight. Helping a brother out so we can promote this thing and give you guys a place to play. Right. So there you go. I'm off my soapbox. There we go. Anyway. All right, brother man. What do we got? Anything that you want to say before we close up?
No, like I said, this game is for you guys. This is a game that we're putting together that everybody's been yelling for so long. Let's all come together. Let's make this thing work. Let's make those numbers come up, and let's make it happen. I'm looking.
I like it, brother man.
On the battle.
There we go. I just am. There we go. Okay. So let me put you down in the green room and I'll see you in a second. Okay.
All right, brother.
Hold on one second. How was that? Huh? Guys, great. And yeah, go sign up for a team. Doesn't matter if it's red or blue, whatever. Just go sign up and go play. So okay. Anyway, my daughter's texting me because we're going long. Anyway, listen, you guys, I'm gonna be at Hollywood Sports this weekend. If you want to come play with me and hang out, and then again, we've got Foley Gap coming up. We've got Endgame coming up. That's gonna be great too. Endgame 2. We got a huge amount. This is the best time. This is the Burrs. October, November, December, right? This is the time to go out and play. So I'm in. All right, you guys, let me say adios with this. And there we go. Okay. Then I bid you adieu, as they say in French. Adieu. Bye-bye. Shoot you soon. Bye.